Welcome, everyone. My name is Christina Scoludi, and I am Cybersecurity Officer at ENISA. For the next 30 minutes, we will have a discussion on the women's current and future role in cybersecurity, and in particular on cybersecurity competitions, capture the flag competitions, and as they are called, CTFs. It is a special week for ENISA due to the fact that we had also the International Women's Day on March 8th, and with many activities around this, promoting the role of women in cybersecurity. We are also hosting this event online for you. So for that reason, we have invited our three lovely guests, a mix of cybersecurity enthusiasts, students, and cybersecurity professionals, to share their experience from their journey in cybersecurity and their advice to anyone from the audience, who would like to follow relevant activities or a career path in cybersecurity. I would like to start with a short introduction of our speakers and then follow up with some questions to them. At the end of this discussion, you are invited to ask questions to our participants too. Our colleagues monitoring social media channels, and particularly YouTube and Facebook, will convey some of the key questions to us, and we will ask them to the participants. So starting with a short introduction of the speakers, we have together with us Ms. San Massakers from the Netherlands, who is a cybersecurity specialist at the National Cybersecurity Center of the Netherlands in The Hague, and also a trainer of Team Europe. We have also together with us Mariana Rio Costa, who is a student in high school in Portugal and is following science and technology course. And last but not least, we have Ms. Eleni Ioakim, who has a background on computer science and is currently doing her master's on artificial intelligence in Denmark, and who is from Cyprus, to mention that as well. Welcome to all of you. So I would like to start with a question to the youngest member of this panel group, to Mariana Rio Costa, and ask her, when did she discover that she liked cybersecurity and what triggered her interest in that field? Mariana?
Hello, good afternoon, and thank you for the question. I've always been a huge fan of mathematics and problem solving, and I've even been participating in a few Olympiads and contests for a few years. When I was 14 years old, I did a computer science course and I learned how to code. And that's when I first found out that I also love and have a great aptitude for this area. My father actually works in cybersecurity, so about 1-2 years ago, he told me about CTFs, and it always seemed very natural for me to try these challenges and enjoy solving them. Now, whenever I have free time, I try to put my skills to the test and learn something new or try a new challenge. Thank you.
Excellent, Mariana. Thank you very much. And I would like to ask the same question also to Eleni.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thank you for having us. And regarding the question, due to my background in computer science, I always knew that I wanted to do something with computers from a young age. So I decided to take my bachelor's in computer science, already knew how to code and started advancing my knowledge in it. And then at my bachelor's, I took a security course, and that's kind of where it all started almost a year ago. I participated into the national cybersecurity competition in Cyprus. And then from there, I joined the national cybersecurity community, Cyber Movements. And I've been training with the team. And now I'm a part of Team Europe candidates for the International Cybersecurity Challenge. And hopefully next year I'll be a part of the European Cybersecurity Challenge. So it was after I competed in my first CTF last year, the rest was like indeed history. I got so hooked with the whole concept of cybersecurity and CTFs. And now I'm even like applying it for my actually work as an information security steering assistant.
Thank you, Eleni. And indeed, I understand that your role as a team member of the Team EU candidates is a role that you take very seriously. And I hope that many other girls like you and many other people actually will have the opportunity to also join the future Team Europe candidates that we may set up in the coming years and have the same opportunities as you have following training activities, connecting and networking with other people with the same passion. So I would like to now give the floor to Sanne, to our female trainer of Team EU, and with her role in this team, to ask her what are her observations as the trainer of Team EU and what she sees in terms of female representation in CTF competitions currently.
Well, that's a good question, Christina. Cybersecurity is still a male-dominated field. So when we first opened the nominations for the Team EU, it was no surprise that a lot of male nominees are placed into the team. Well, and that could be a little bit overwhelming maybe for some female participants, especially when you're new in the field and you didn't participate in a lot of CTFs event yet. So that's really great that ENISA puts a lot of effort in team building and training for the female candidates. Solving puzzles is not something that only male or men only like. Getting flags of a challenge also needs creativity. And don't forget to try harder, of course, when you're doing the challenges. And we want to show with the Team EU the female participants that are really good candidates for the team because they have the strong technical background. Don't forget it. They have the strong technical background. Most of them are studying computer science and they bring everything to the table a good CTFer needs to have. So for the second round of nominations, we now have 15 female candidates and 40 male participants. And these 15 female participants form a really nice group of young female talent who encourage each other to also join the CTFs. What I really like is, for example, as Eleni says, yeah, I'm doing Hack the Box boxes every Friday. Who wants to join? And she encourages other women to also join. And that's something I really like. And I think some women in the group just feel a little bit more comfortable by joining that kind of initiatives than something big with a lot of men because it might feel a little bit overwhelming. And joining initiatives from like-minded women is just better for them. And I would love to see this resulting in more female CTFs teams because yeah, when you see CTFs, I think there are not that many women only CTF teams, but also not a lot of women joining in other teams. And I'm super happy that ENISA supports these kind of initiatives and bring us together. And that I'm also here in this webinar with these talents, telling their stories to also inspire other women.
Great. So, Sanne, in your opinion, how could we achieve then a better ratio, a better percentage? What are the incentives that we could provide to young girls in order to deal more with STEM and to participate in initiatives like a cybersecurity contest?
I would like to have that answer because then I can do it, but I think that's quite hard. I think that we need to emphasize that everyone was a beginner once. We all started as a beginner, and these days there are plenty of online sources and initiatives where you can start learning how to hack. So find some initiatives online, like meetup groups or Discord servers, there's plenty of them. Find your peers there, join them, and what's really important is to celebrate your first flag or your hack. Celebrate everything you achieved, and share it with the others and inspire them as well.
So maybe at this stage we could pick up also Elena's brain a little bit and her experience and ask her how did she decide to participate in the CTF? Maybe we could find some interesting information there. So Eleni, what motivated you and how was your experience when you participated for the first time in the CTF?
Yeah, so getting more detail from what I said before, it was all because of my security course in my bachelor's, and one friend of mine that he had previous experience in CTFs. And then my professor at uni was like, people sign up if you want to participate into the Cyprus challenge. And I really like the idea of solving the challenges, especially the binary exploitation ones. And I was like, have nothing to lose. Why not? I never did that before, but my professor was like, just go for it. Try it. There's nothing stopping you. And that's what I did. And the competition went so nice. I learned so many stuff in 2 weeks. But what was even better, it's like the community approaches people that they see that they're interested into cybersecurity. So it's important to note that the communities are safe for women, and like they should not be thinking of anything like that. The communities want women to join their CTF teams. And after becoming a member of Cybermuflons, we were like constantly learning. And as a beginner, it's very important to remember that you don't know everything from your first CTF. There's like a learning curve that you're gonna learn stuff as you move on, and you just have to keep practicing, be persistent, and seek new stuff and challenges. So
Excellent.
yeah, that was it.
So what is your key takeaway from your participation in CTFs? Like if you had a friend of yours and you would try to convince her to join a CTF, what would you say to that friend?
I would probably say like the great feeling of being in a community, or like being in a team and working together to break the challenges, and that awesome feeling of cooperating with each other for a common goal and sharing knowledge as to achieve one common goal. And you learn so many stuff from other people, and then you get the opportunity to share your knowledge with other people. And I think every CTF is so unique. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Would you like maybe to share some of your future plans? Like, would you participate in the coming ECSC, the European Cybersecurity Challenge that ENISA is organizing? Would you like to see something different or something to be improving in the future ECSC events?
Yeah, for now, my main goal is to actually be in the ECSC this year. And we have our national qualifiers soon as well. So my goal is to get into the team to come to the ECSC challenge. And I would like to advance more my knowledge in more categories other than binary exploitation, because it's really helpful when you select something, you become good at it, but then you have to broaden up a bit your knowledge as well. You don't have to be an expert in everything, but to know a little bit of everything helps a lot with CTFs. And then meanwhile, until ECSC, there is ICSC, like the International Cybersecurity Challenge, where we've been training for that. And that's in my plans as well, to train for the qualifiers and hopefully make it into the team to represent Team Europe in June.
Fantastic, fantastic. And if I may ask, Mariana, what are your near future plans regarding your participation in Capture the Flag competitions, and in particular in the coming European Cybersecurity Challenge?
Well, I'm definitely planning to participate in the national qualifiers for the ECSC, and I hope to make the Portuguese team and to meet you all there this year. I'm also planning to keep on trying new challenges and to keep on learning, and maybe get even better, and maybe next year also go to the ICC.
Excellent. And if I may ask, from your perspective as a student, what piece of advice would you give to young girls that are following us right now and would like to participate in a CTF or in a cybersecurity challenge or explore a career in cybersecurity? What would be the advice that you would give them?
Well, I'll say that it is crucial not to be afraid of stepping out of our comfort zone, We should be curious, ask questions, Google, and reach out for help if we need. As Sunny said, everyone's a beginner once, and no one knows everything, so you could never be judged for trying to learn because everyone makes mistakes. I think what's important is not to be overwhelmed. And as far as it goes for younger girls, I think gender should never be an issue. And in the end, what matters most is to have fun and learn new things.
Thank you, Mariana. And if I may ask Sanne, from her perspective as a cybersecurity professional, since Sanne, you have been already a couple of years in the cybersecurity field, what would be the piece of advice that you would give to young girls that are following us right now and would like to maybe join CTFs or other cybersecurity competitions?
Yes, basically what Mariana said, I totally agree with that. It is all about having fun and learning new things. When you're shifting to a professional career, it's still about fun. Cybersecurity is a really, really nice field to work in. You can still do everything you like. You can be an ethical hacker or forensic specialist, for example. So don't hold back. Try it. If you don't feel good enough in the field, find some traineeships, for example. I did an IT study, but I started in a traineeship because I didn't know what to do in cybersecurity. If you have an IT background, you think, I'm going to do cybersecurity, something in cybersecurity, but the cybersecurity field is also really, really big because there are a lot of special expertises within cybersecurity. So try everything and find something you like. Don't hold back, and if someone says you cannot do it, show them you can definitely do it.
That's a very strong key message. Thank you very much, Sanne. And I would like now to go back to Mariana, and since she, as I mentioned before, is the youngest member of this panel group, to ask her what are her future plans in terms of professional career. What would be your dream job, Mariana? What would you like to study? So what would be the path that you have in mind that you would like to follow?
Thank you. Next year, I'm going to university, and I'm planning to study mathematics and computer science. I am very passionate about both the computer science field and mathematics and cybersecurity. So I would love to be able to do all those things in the future. So I guess I'll have to get to know much better the area and to have the chance to actually study it in a more professional way and not only at my individual study. So I think I'll find out pretty soon.
Excellent. And since we have a master's degree student in our company as well, may I fire the same question to you, Eleni, and ask you what is the thing that you would like to do after your studies, and what would be the dream job for you? What would be the specialization that you would like to follow, and how you think about the future in professional life?
Yeah, thank you for the question. As you mentioned, I'm doing my master's in AI, in a more humanitarian approach to AI, that is, and I'm currently working in the information security industry. So I realized that these two are two things that I really like on their own, but they can be even more great when combined together. So right now I'm just thinking of ways where I can combine AI with cybersecurity, as to potentially make a project about it. But for now, my goal is to finish my master's, continue being an active member in my CTF team, gain more knowledge for cybersecurity, and yeah, just keep exploring, actually. I don't have like a specific dream job, let's say.
Well, that's something that you can also figure out in the future. I mean, life is full of unexpected events, and things are getting in the way, sometimes for good reasons, sometimes not. But at the end of the day, you always find your way to what you really want to do and what you are passionate about. Um, Going back to Sanne, who might have already a dream job, if we may so, because she's working already for the NCSC of the Netherlands, and for many people that would be the answer to a question about the dream job. Sanne, what would you say about your future? Like, how would you see yourself in 5 or 10 years from now, either in the NCSC or, having other plans like for your professional career?
Yeah, that's a good question. I just changed jobs the 1st of January. I used to work as an ethical hacker red teamer in a commercial organization, but I changed to civil servant because at the end of the day, I want to have the idea that I made a little change in how secure we are. So I hope to make the world, society better every day, and I can do that during my my day-to-day job, and I'm really happy to do that. So in 5 years, I don't know in which function or role it is, but at the end of the day, I want to come home and think, today I did something good. I made a small difference in how secure we are, and that's something I still want to do in a couple of years.
That's fantastic, Sanne. Indeed, you're very lucky, and I hope that the purpose that you have is something really fulfilling for you also now, but also in the coming years. At this point, I would like to open the floor to our audience to ask if there are any questions for our guests in order to convey them and start discussing about it. So people feel free to ask your questions in the chat of the YouTube channel, and we will ask them to our panel guests. Okay, I see that everyone is shy for today, so I guess that there are no questions from the audience. I really hope that we covered all the different aspects of discussing women for cyber initiatives and the participation of females in CTFs and capture the flag competitions. So I would like at this point to thank you very much, all of you, Sanne, Eleni, Mariana. Thank you very much for your participation. It was a great discussion, definitely fruitful and definitely really inspiring for all the people that are watching. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thanks.
Goodbye.